Action. Oh, shit. All right, Miss Girl. I know. We missed last week. I had shit to do last week. I had stuff to do. I had places to go, people to be in. I was outside trying to be seen so the host could see me. No, I'm playing. All right, Miss Man, Miss Girl, Miss Thing. I know we missed last week. I know we did, but we back. I had stuff to do last week. I was busy last week. I might even insert a little bit of footage from the trail ride from last week because I had so much fun. Shout out to EAR for putting me on to the experience that is the trail ride. I had such a good time. And I'm like, damn, like, I had fun. I was lit. It was a little bit warm. Like, we had night here. Got cold a little bit, so we could put our jeans and stuff on. I'm like, girl, when it get hot as hell outside, it's going to be hot as hell at that trail ride. But I had such a good time. Let's jump into the episode. What it is, what it ain't. It's me. It's your girl P, your favorite bitch and your favorite witch. And I am your host of Postscript, also known as PS, the talk show. And let's get into the episode. For this week's favorite pieces, the first thing I want to say is, like I said in the beginning, the trail ride was absolutely my favorite thing. I have never done nothing like that and never been a part of nothing like that. So I had a lot of fun. Like, such a good little time. We looked cute. We had a nice little time. I met some fun people. Girl, I was out there line dancing, not knowing if I'm going left, just, girl, I was on my head at that trail ride. I had a good time though. Like, if I had to describe it to somebody that's never been to a trail ride, if you ever been to homecoming with me, it's like homecoming on crack, right? Because it gives tailgate, the vibe of the trail ride gives tailgate. Like, you outside drinking, you know, have a community, eating food, having a good little time, listening to music, all that. But then the ride take off and you get on the wagon, and then that's where everybody be shaking ass, everybody be on horses. Like, it was lit. I seen so many niggas riding down the street on their horse, smoking a blunt. Any nigga that smoke a blunt and ride a horse is cool with me. You cool in my book. I fuck with you. I think that's really it, because I really love country people. So, like, I can't wait for the next one, which is going to be, I think, like, in September or something. That's, like, our next big ride. Whatever, girl. I don't know. But I had so much fun. So, shout out to EAR. Shout out to my sister. Shout out to my trail ride group. You don't know what really pissed me off today? These damn little teeth. These short-ass nails. So, I'm growing out my natural nails, my nail tech. She do curved nails, and if you know me personally, I love curved nails. No shade they are, but I hate them long, skinny, straight-ass nails that y'all be wearing. That shit is so ugly to me. No shade. But I like old school, throwback, thick, curve, long ghetto acrylics. Like, and she can grow my natural nails out to look like that, because, like, if you know me personally, when I was a kid, Iris' nails used to be real long and curved like that, like her natural real nails. And I'm like, damn, like when I was a kid, I'm like, damn, I can't wait to grow up for my nails to get long like that. But I started getting my nails at the nail shop when I was in 5th grade. So I fucked up like my nail beds so they don't grow like they're supposed to, all that, whatever. But I'm back on my journey of starting out my long ghetto girl nails. But I had to start with these little Westby and Wovers. Look like I be, it's like, no, let me stop. But I really hate how short they is. But my girl Jasmine gonna get me right. And she said they're gonna grow fast. And they have grown fast. And it's only been like a week. And they have grown just a little bit from these little shits. So just keep up with the process with me. You already know we're gonna be checking in so y'all can see the journey of me growing out my natural nails. And if you know me personally, you know I always wore really long ghetto nails anyways. But now I want my real nails to be that long and ghetto like that. So yeah, that's what pissed me off this week. And then for conscious content, the only thing I really want to speak on, like, if you've just been feeling like just foggy, or like you can't focus, you can't commit to something, you can't complete stuff, it's okay. It's the retrograde. I've been feeling like that too, and I've been like making myself do stuff, and I've been taking like a lot more breaks at work than I usually do. Like, usually I sit there and I do my little work. I power through. We go on that computer, click, clap. But this week has just been so, like, I'm literally sitting there looking at the computer like, girl, I know what I need to do, but like, I don't have that gumption in me right now. But because I know that, and I told y'all that's how I use astrology, so I can check my own temperature, so I can understand what is happening to me, what is affecting me, you know what I'm saying? So if you're feeling like that, that's just what I want to talk about this week of Conscious Cunt. Girl, it's the retrograde, because y'all know Mercury done went back to Africans and got the retrogrades back in. So we are in the eclipse portal. The last eclipse will be on March the 29th, and we'll talk about all of that in a little bit. Questions that need answers. Don't Zydeco sound like go-go? And if you're not from where I'm from, then you never even heard the word go-go. You don't even know what that is. You don't even know what the song sound like, know what the music sound like. And if you're from where I'm from, then you sure as the hell don't know what Zydeco sound like. But if it's some of y'all that live in the world that I live in and you know both genres of music, Don't Zydeco sound like Goku? All right. That's all I got for this week's question and answers. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if you've been here before, welcome back. Bar for bar. Oh, I got a good one. I got a good one. Shout out to Gates, Landlord Brosty, Kevin Marcellus Gates. Oh, love that man. That him, I'm him too. His Imperial Majesty, I'm him too. The tape drop. I've talked about this before on another video, but like, I'm a stand down for all the people that I like listen to, like the artists that I like and stuff. And they always be posting little snippets or like having little videos of them, like they post on social media and stuff. And it be songs playing in the background. I'm like, damn, that crank. You need to drop that. Like, what is that? What is that? Kevin Gates do that shit all the time. He always be posting out a video of him like working out or driving in the car. And it be a whole bunch of unreleased songs he be playing all the time. I'm like, nigga, you need to drop all of that shit. And it's this one song called See Me that got this nasty little guitar riff in the beginning. Ah! I love that song. Like, my fatherless syndrome is acting up real bad. Because I feel like that's what made me love him so bad. I saw a tweet one time and it was like, you know, bitches that like Kevin Gates, y'all clearly grew up fatherless in the shows. And did. And do. I love him. That song, See Me, just, I know you see me on the dance floor. I better be the only one you dance. Babe, I've been watching you. I love that song. I love Kevin Gates so bad, y'all. Like, that's really all I can say about this week's Bar for Bar. Go stream I'm Him Too by Kevin Gates. Specifically, see, and Right Where I'm Supposed to Be. That's one of them ones. That's a little honorable mention. But yeah, this week's song that I want to talk about really is See Me. Like, I've been waiting for him to drop that song for like, I want to say at least probably like 2 years. I think that's the first time I heard that song. He like posted like a little snippet on like the internet one time. I'm like, damn, this song hard. What is this? Girl, when that mixtape was playing, and I said, this the song from that video. I love when artists finally like put out a song that I done heard a little clip of. It just makes me feel so fulfilled on the inside. It's this one Quavo song I've been waiting on for like 7-8 years, and he never said nothing about it again. Never. It's just one little video of him playing it. I'm like, I need you to drop it bad. Oh, and the other thing I want to talk about too, I gotta just say this in pieces. I'm gonna post the pictures. I saw my Queenie. I cannot wait to see him again for the fucking Friend Zone tour. I did see Jarquise, maybe last week, 2 weeks ago. Last week, I think. And he always have such a good show. Like, y'all know I be doing my little meet and greet. We chopped it up, had a little conversation real quick. I talked to BG. Shout out to BG. This is DJ. Shout out to Team Jarquise. Cause yeah, see y'all fucking Friend Zone tour with H. And then we're gonna move on to this week's hashtag. I cannot make this shit up. The first thing I want to talk about is on March the 17th, the sun did conjunct the North Node. And I don't think I've ever talked about the North Node on this channel before. But the North Node is a point in your birth chart. Some people call it, like, you know, the node of destiny. It's what you can kind of look to understand your purpose and point and, you know, drive here in this life, in this realm, in this form. And I only mentioned that because I wanted to bring that up because at that day, I'm seeing, like, y'all remember the part on Home Alone when Marv was like, he was like getting electrocuted. That's what it was like. It was like a little power up. And that's the only reason I wanted to like really talk about that on the 17th. So surprises may have arisen between, you know, March 17th and today. Who knows? I don't know. And on March the 20th, we did officially enter Aries season. Shout out to all the Aries. It's y'all time. Could never be a Taurus, unfortunately, though. So we also did have the spring equinox on March the 20th, which is just like, you know, the official start of the spring season. For me personally, if you've been, you know, subscribed to the channel for a while, if you watched the episodes, you know that I always talk about the astrological new year, and the spring equinox is the astrological new year. So like me personally, I don't really like start my new year mindset, quote unquote, in January. I always started with the spring equinox because spring solidifies and represents, you know, rebirth, renewal, refresh, coming back to life, pouring into, blooming, expanding, that kind of stuff. And it just don't give that to me in January. Like, it just, I don't know, I just don't get it. So for me right now, I am, you know, thinking about my quarter 2. That's really my personal new year, quote unquote. I don't remember where I stopped because the phone rang, but I think I was talking about the astrological New Year, and like Q.T.N.A, me, you know, my birthday coming up, April 28th. But I like to start with the astrological New Year because, as you know, we're in Aries season, and if you watch the series where I talked about the houses, the planets, the signs, and the modalities, Aries is the cardinal sign, and cardinal signs are the initiators. They start things. So spring is like the start. So it's the new year to me. And back in the day, it used to be like that, but then, you know, the whites changed the calendar to be more digestible or whatever the case may be. I don't know. But astrological New Year, spring equinox, March 20th. That's what I want to talk about. Shout out to the Aries. And on March 24th, we did have a Mercury Cazimi. And as we talked about before, you know, the word Cazimi just means in the heart of the sun. So Mercury, the planet, and the sun were aligned in the very same degree that day. So that means that, you know, Mercury was lit up with the light of the sun. And as I've said before, Mercury is the communicator of the planets. So it kind of just like transposes and transcribes whatever is near or whatever is touching, right? So to me, with Mercury being the communicator, and then, like, you know, the sun being a luminary, our guiding light, to me that just sounds like clarity. Something you about to get recollection about something. You about to get a revelation about something. You about to really be able to be like, okay, that's okay. All right, that's what I needed to hear. That's what I need to know. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then I also did talk about how we had some retrograde stuff going on. Venus is in retrograde and Mercury is in retrograde, girl. What am I saying? Retrograde. So Venus and Mercury will be retrograding in the sign of Aries and Pisces. So it was in Aries, but it's going to move back to the sign of Pisces. So Venus is going to retrograde back into the sign of Pisces on March the 27th. And then Mercury is going retrograde back into the sign of Pisces from Aries on March the 29th. So this weekend, girl, it's gonna be a lot of shit going on. Okay, it's the energy is high. I told y'all March was gonna be, yeah, buckle up, hold on, like it's giving old shit bar. Y'all know in the card, the little old shit bar. That's what it's giving right now. I need you to be holding on to that in your life. And then, as I talked about 2 weeks ago, on the 29th, we're also going to have a new moon partial solar eclipse in the sign of Aries. So, girl, I told you, oh shit bar, this weekend is a lot going on. You got the retrogrades shifting signs, girl. You got the eclipse closing. It's just relax, I promise. So it's you gonna be in the clear on April 12th, as I told y'all on February 12th. If you really listen to this show and watch the show early like you supposed to, there's never way you could never be down bad, ever. So with the new moon partial eclipse, solar eclipse at that. So as I've said before, you know, solar, sun, lunar, moon. Again, if you learn at elementary school, if you saw her say that, I don't know what to tell you. With the new moon partial eclipse, you really want to think about like what's being upgraded in the ships in your life, in work relationships, in romantic relationships, in partnerships, in all the ships, all of the joint things in your life. Think about what's getting upgraded in that. Because I had a revelation recently, and I understand the revelation that I had because of the astrology that's happening. You get what I'm saying? I told you that's how I use astrology. I told my friend the other day, I said, I'm done liking niggas because liking a nigga ain't never got me nowhere. I'm only fucking with niggas that like me because why not? What I got to lose? Liking a nigga ain't never done nothing for me, so I'm done liking niggas. And another thing I want to talk about, I believe I talked about this a couple episodes ago about, like, you know, 2025 being a big year because some of the slower moving planets like Neptune and Pluto and stuff was going to be changing astrological signs. So I didn't talk about this last week, but the planet Neptune, which is the planet of like dreams, confusion, like distortion, like, you know what I'm saying, fantasy, what's the other word I'm looking for? Not fantastical. It's another word that I can't think of right now, but we're gonna move on because I'm gonna go down a tangent. But Neptune is changing signs, and I told y'all it's gonna be in the sign of Aries, and the last time that happened was in the year 1861 to the year 1865. And then, like we talked about last time, there was the Civil War, the French Revolution and the Haitian Revolution. Like, so shit was getting changed from the normal. It was a new normal being implemented. You know what I'm saying? So that expansion of our normal is on the way. The shit that's been operating and happening or whatever, it's something that's going to shift. It's going to be a dynamic change. And right now, something in me is just saying, like, politically, socially, in the world that we experience. Like, right? Because nothing new or better can happen in your comfort zone. Change never happens in your comfort zone. You can't grow in your comfort zone. You can't expand in your comfort zone. So we're about to get out of our comfort zone. Like I just said, the new normal is about to be something new. So with the eclipse that happened on the 14th, that was the Virgo lunar eclipse. That was the cleanse, right? And with the new moon partial solar eclipse that we're having, this is the time for you to consume things because you've cleansed and you've made room. So now it's time for you to take things in. Word. I don't even know if that makes sense, but it makes sense to me. And I tried not to go on the whole Rahu, whatever the fuck the dragon thing is called. They be talking about in astrology, something about the tail and head. Think about, that's like the eclipses. So like the first one that happened on the 14th, that was the head. Like, you know what I'm saying? No, that was the tail. So what's near a tail? An ass. And what happens with an ass? It shits. It lets things go. And the head is going to be the new eclipse that's happening on the 29th. So what do you do with the head? That's your mouth. You eat. I don't know. I hope that makes sense. I think it's called Rahu K2. Something, girl, they be talking about in the astrology world. Some of that shit, I don't even be committing to memory because I understand the concept and I put my own spin on it. You know what I'm saying? So that was you emptying the first time, and now with this new one that's happening over the weekend, it's time for you to consume some new shit because you done made space and you done learned lessons. So that energy right now is just giving Alexa, play Through the Fire by Shaka Khan. Like, you just gotta keep moving, baby. Like, if you stand still too long, you gonna get burned. We ain't got time for that. I told y'all last time, details don't matter right now. And vulnerability is favored right now so that you can have that expansion and that newness come into your life. Have an open heart, open mind, and be willing to accept the new things, but you also have to be willing to let the old shit go so that that new normal can be implemented. So really, we are still in retrograde, so be courteous, be prepared, double check things, triple check things. But this is also a time for you to ask for forgiveness and not permission. And I mean that in the most courteous way possible, in the most considerate way possible. Stop talking so much. It's less verbal reactions and it's more gut-led responses. Stop talking so much because them words don't mean nothing. Listen to your first mind. I should have listened to my first mind and told your ass no the first time. Like, yeah, start listening to that gut. Listen to your intuition. Being guided by your faith, by your divinity, by your ashe, whatever you call it. So we're moving away from, like, surveying your conflict resolution. Right now we're moving towards change behavior. Baby, that's all I got. Next week's episode gonna look a little different. We'll talk about that when we get there. So that's all I got. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Please come back next week. Share this video. Share the link. Send it to your dog, your cat, your sister, your brother, your friend, your doctor, your uncle. And tell everybody to subscribe because I'll be spitting the tea on here and talking some real shit. So thank you for coming. I really appreciate everybody that watches. It really means a lot to me. And I really just appreciate y'all. And I really wish y'all would comment. That's the only thing I wish I could get more of, is more interactions, more comments. I want to know, like, do y'all be feeling what I'm saying? Do it resonate? Do y'all understand what the fuck I be saying? I don't know, girl. Y'all just be watching and little thumbs ups. Say something, goddammit. But that's all I got. That's the end of the show. You know how we end it. And if you don't, too bad, too sad. Bitches be mad because they be hating. And bitches be hating because they be mad. Bye, y'all.